We're going to go into some vegetable cookery where I have 3 different vegetables here. We have an oblique cut carrot, and if you remember, an oblique cut is cut on angles. And in our bag of carrots here, we have a little bit of butter. We've tossed it with sugar, a little bit of salt. We're going to go ahead and put that in our water bath. Now we have it at 85 degrees. We find that 85 degrees is the perfect temperature for all vegetables. I'm not talking about time, I'm talking about temperature here. So 85 degrees Celsius is the perfect temperature for all vegetables. If it's less than 83 degrees, the fiber just won't break down. You can have it in an immersion circulator at 82 or 83 degrees from here until doomsday, and it's still going to be firm. We have some fennel bulb here, which we're going to glaze. In here, we have a little bit of olive oil. We have a piece of garlic and a small piece of thyme. Now, when you're cooking with aromats, you don't have to use as much because it's in an enclosed bag. The aromats are intensified, so the thyme and the garlic will be intensified in here. If we were cooking this conventionally, we may use 2 or 3 sprigs of thyme, 2 or 3 cloves of garlic. But because we're in an enclosed environment, the intensification of those 2 flavors will be much more present in our finished vegetables, our finished fennel. We're going to put those in. Here I have some white asparagus. White asparagus is something we find in the springtime. We love it. But it does have a little bitterness to it. So in here, we have our white asparagus that you can see. And again, we have liquid in here. So there's no air in here, although it appears to be, certainly the liquid is taking up space. But there's still no air in it. So it will submerge all the way. In here, we have some milk, which pulls a little bit of the bitterness out of the asparagus, as well as adds a little bit of sweetness to it, a little bit of salt, and a little bit of sugar. We can put those right in here as well. So you can see we can cook all of our vegetables in the same temperature, in the same water bath. Now, how long will they cook? Each vegetable is a little different. The carrot and the asparagus are made up of a different cell structure. So the carrots are very dense, where the asparagus is very porous. The fennel is dense, but has a lot of space between each leaf. So each one will take a different amount of time. I want to direct you to our workbook, where there's a lot of information about time on different ingredients, as well as temperatures. Here we have our 3 vegetables, which we've cooked in our water bath. These 2 are about 45 minutes, and this one was just slightly longer. I've reheated these, and this I'm starting out cold. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and glaze my carrots, caramelize my fennel, and my asparagus I'm just going to drain, and we can serve with a little bit of fresh butter and salt right away. I want to say that this cooked gives you an opportunity to cook them ahead of time, a day or 2 ahead of time, and keep them in your bags. One thing that we always talk about is food safety, food safety, food safety. There are specific temperatures that we want to adhere to make sure that we're serving nutritious and safe food without any foodborne illness. Again, in our workbook, there is a lot of information about safety, certainly cooking with sous vide, but also with any food. There are temperatures which are extremely dangerous in any food. So we want to be careful and make sure that we understand time and temperature as it relates to foodborne illness as much as we want to understand time and temperatures as it relates to cooking something. I can't stress that enough. Okay? We'll go ahead and get started just quickly here to caramelize some fennel right out of the bag, and it's cold. We're going to continue glazing our carrots. So what we did was reheated our carrots, and all that liquid that's in there, we want to add to our pot. We'll open that up. And the aroma is just this, very intense carrots. We've got that liquid there that we want to evaporate. There's sugar in there from the sugar that we added, as well as some natural sugar that's been extracted from the carrots. And then the fennel bulb, again, we're starting that out. It's cold, came right out of the refrigerator. Just breaking that seal, even after I cut it, sometimes is a little difficult. That's how thorough a commercial vacuum machine pulls that air out. You can see how beautifully white our fennel bulb is. With a little bit of oil. And this is just a vegetable oil. You can eat these just like this. You don't have to caramelize them. If you like your fennel, you can just reheat it. Or, I mean, fennel is beautiful cold as well in a salad. And then our asparagus, and it's hot. I pulled it out of here just moments ago. We'll go ahead and drain it. Nice and hot. And we can go ahead and just serve them immediately right out of the heat. Now, you do not need this equipment to reheat your vegetables. You can just reheat them in a pot of hot water. I've set this up to show you how to place our vegetables in the cook. And you see they're all below the surface, which is a clear indication that there is no air in any of those bags. And that's what you want to watch for. If your bags are floating to the top in any kind of system that you're using, then the air evacuation has not been complete. Very tender, the white asparagus are. And we could just a little fresh butter right on top of those. A little bit of Malden salt, and that's about really all they need. Okay? Carrots are they're cooked. They're completely cooked. I'm just glazing them, reducing that liquid, the natural liquid that's come out of the carrots, to a glaze to make those carrots beautifully shiny. You can see how simple that is. The intensity of the aromas are so much more than when we cook them conventionally. All that flavor is evaporated when we're cooking them more conventionally. You can see that getting really shiny. The liquid's almost gone. Carrots completely cooked. There we go. Our beautiful glazed carrots. Again, the convenience of sous vide cooking is in the ability to prepare it ahead of time and store it. Not necessarily the cooking time. I could cook these carrots much quicker conventionally than I can cook them in sous vide. Beautiful caramelized fennel. little bit of extra virgin olive oil. And again, just a little bit of salt. Here we have it. 3 different preparations with 3 different vegetables, all cooked to 85 degrees Celsius in our immersion circulator in our water bath.